Well, hello. 12:05 down here. What's it, 1 o'clock up there now? Wow. Something's wrong here. Hold on while I just check something. And I shall be. Okay, everything's fine. Alright, so. Anyhow. You know, Donald's made some comments about Kamala yesterday, which he says she doesn't think she's very smart. Trump's not intelligent. Um, he's very vindictive. He's very. He makes ridiculous remarks because he's like the clown in the circus. You know, the more you laugh and applaud and make fun of him, the more he's going to do the same stuff over and over again. You know, hit himself in the head. That's like. What was that? The comedian, the red-haired comedian who used to go around smashing watermelons and melons and stuff like that. And everybody thought it was hilarious. I thought it was the dumbest thing on the earth, but everybody else thought it was hilarious. You know, they're willing to wear a raincoat so they could sit down in the front row and get splashed with watermelon. You know? All right, that's okay. That's fine. But that's what Trump is like. He does something stupid and people react laughing or whatever, or they're encouraging him, and he goes out and says it again. Only worse the second time. And then the third time it gets worse and worse and worse. This is why I say that I don't think he's going to last as president, because he's completely uncontrollable. All right? Basically, he wants to be president to keep himself out of jail and make some money. Okay? If he loses the election, the odds are that he's going to end up in jail, and the Supreme Court's not going to be able to help him. All right, because they're going to have their own problems if they lose the election. If the Republicans lose, they're going to have their own problems. Now, people are making a big thing out of Republicans voting for Kamala, and I don't think that's such a big thing. I think those are the smart ones that realize they're not giving up on the Republican Party's core values or their basic beliefs. What they're doing is saying that this man is a maniac. You know, we wouldn't have voted for Biden because Biden wasn't any better physically or mentally. But here we have somebody who has two viable candidates that can win, and we just want to see this. We're going to vote for them because we want to see the country survive the way it is, not in a fascist regime. Now, I don't know what's going to happen if Trump loses. I do know that at some point in time, we're going to have to go after these people that wrote 2020 Project 2025. Yeah, I'm sorry, mind fart. We're going to have to go after them in some manner, shape, or form. They're not politicians in the sense that they hold political offices or what have you. They are just racists, power-hungry bigots that read Orwell's 1984, and to them that just seemed like a great idea. You know, they have no respect for women. I guess, you know, their mamas must have beat them when they were little or something. You know, something's wrong there. They couldn't get a date. You know. And they don't, and it's wrong to admit you're gay, so they don't want to come out and say they're gay. So they just, you know, want to subject women to be nothing more than a vessel for their semen. Wow, I believe that too. Just shows you how fucked up I am. But the calling Trump going around calling people stupid is I've challenged. A long time ago he wanted to challenge. I think it was Joe Biden at the first time around, or something like that, or Clinton, Hillary. And I said, yeah, I'll take a I'll go up against you in an IQ test, and I don't do well in tests. Okay, that type of test. I do well in other tests, but I don't do well in the way they write the IQ test, because I'm not. I never studied what they test you on sometimes. So depends on the outline of the test how good I'm going to do. I have close to a genius IQ, not a genius IQ. I was told when I was in high school I had a genius IQ, and that did nothing but cause me problems, because every course they wanted to give me was based upon the fact that I had done so well in the IQ test that you should be able to do this. I said, yeah, but I don't like it, and they could never understand that. I do well in subjects that I like and I enjoy. If the teacher makes it interesting, then I enjoy it. Like I had a sociology course where I think it was a sociology anthology type course, where they she brought in a video promotion, a motivational video by the Packers' great coach Lombardi, and I got an A in the course. She couldn't believe I finished the exam, which was a essay type exam, as fast as I did. And when she looked at it, I had to go back and rewrite everything because she couldn't read it. I did it, still finished before everybody else in that course, because they were overthinking it. And you don't overthink stuff like that. You don't need to overthink things like that. They're just the way they are. That's it. They work. But Trump is one of the things I've learned about IQ, and I learned it from my brother, who was a true genius, okay, in his field. All right, he can beat almost anybody in the world at chess, including the greatest masters in IBM's Blue. When he was alive, he could do all that. But that's that. He couldn't fix this. He didn't know how to fix the shower head, and that was just a couple of screws that fell out in his house. And I fixed it when I was in California. So these are, that's the lack of. I don't want to say common sense, but maybe that's it, common sense. All right, let's use that. And it's not even common sense. My brother just wasn't good at certain things, but he excelled at everything else, The intellectual side of the world, but not so much the practical side of the world. All right, I excel at the practical side of the world, not so much at the intellectual side of the world. All right, I'm a visible person. I'm a visual person. I can look at something and solve it, I looked at I've studied the great battles of history, and I know where these people made their mistakes. And of course, that's easy to do because you're looking at it from hindsight. You can't tell that that's going to be a mistake in the beginning. Based upon, you have to look at it and say, how is that a mistake? Well, it's a mistake in today's world, but it might not have been a mistake back then. You have to give the weaponry and everything. You have to take everything into consideration. But the timing and whatnot might have been a mistake, because there's always a mistake. I mean, Hitler lost World War II because he made some serious blunders in judgment. Now, had he not made those blunders, would the war have gone differently? To a point, yes. But I think once America brought nuclear weapons into it, that war was over. So, anyhow, what else is going on? Oh, Did I bring that? There's a bunch of Republicans, and I said this before. They're voting for Kamala, and they're voting for they're voting for the country. They're not or an individual. They're not voting for a policy change, which is what Trump wants. Trump wants a complete policy. Wants a complete whitewash of the government. And that's got nothing to do with what he believes. It's just that he knows that'll save his life. You know, because I think if he loses this election, there are quite possible that people will go out and say they want him arrested for treason. They want to charge him with treason. And I think it's, go back to the documents, okay, that everybody's talking about. What reason did he have to take a document labeled secret to his after he was a president, when he doesn't read that stuff? What reason did he have to take that to Mar-a-Lago? There's no reason for that. Okay, he didn't deal with anybody in the government. He wasn't an advisor in any capacity to these problems at any time, to these documents, as far as anybody can tell. The only purpose he could have them for is to either he was going to expose them one way or another, and I don't think they were the type of documents that would have embarrassed the government. They just would have made we don't know, I don't want to say, because I really don't know, but I just don't believe that they would have really embarrassed the government, because I think they would have stormed with armed troops if that was the case, not FBI agents. And then they would have arrested him for treason at the time. And I think he was going to try and sell him, and use him for bargaining power when he got in trouble, or use him for to give to Putin so he could put his hotel up, finally get his hotel built in Moscow, or he would sell them down here because then he could use them to build the hotel in Medellin that he tried to build. I don't know how that's going along. But this is Donald, He does it. Whatever he did it for his own personal gain. That's why those documents were there. Okay, he doesn't do anything to help somebody else or anything. Whatever he does more or less for his own personal gain. He's just that's his narcissism. He doesn't know narcissism. Sorry, he doesn't understand that the damage that he could be doing to innocent people. He doesn't care about. To him, they're just garbage on the side of the road. If you look at his wife, I mean, she's basically kept in a lavish lifestyle, yes, but she's not allowed to really go anywhere and do anything, because if she does that, Trump has something over her, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it has to be more than money, I think. So, but, and he doesn't care about his son. His son's not very good. From what I understand, his son's not an excellent student. And that I can understand that, because I don't think it's got anything to do with genetics or anything like that. I think he's not given a choice as to what he wants to do with his life. And when you're not given a choice, you rebel, especially young people. I did. I hated school. I loved certain subjects. I excelled in certain subjects because I liked the professors or the teachers or whatever, and I liked the general content of the courses. But then I was forced to take courses that I thought sucked, and I could not understand why. But because like English, because I don't write the way that you're supposed to write. I don't write with punctuation marks. I don't because I don't talk with punctuation marks. I'm a verbal communicator. I'm not a written communicator. All right, listen. Friday, I got some more things to do. You guys take care. I will see you mañana.